Hi everybody, I'm Paul Tran. Welcome to Learning Unplugged, the place to come for acoustic music and acoustic learning. What we mean by acoustic learning? Learning with no technology, just the camera pointing at us right now. What we do on Learning Unplugged is we take a look at some simple, effective ways of helping us think and do things differently. So let's put the SAS away for a moment. Now, it's that time of year where for a lot of us, we're setting goals with our team members. And sometimes we get a little bit stuck with this. So what we're going to take a look at today is some of the work of Locke and Latham. And what Locke and Latham came up with was what we call the 5 goal setting principles. Now, we're going to go through all 5 and have a think about how we can make this work when we're back at work. So let's start off with the first principle. And the first principle is clarity. Everybody's got to know exactly what they've agreed to do. We've also got to get clarity on what good looks like, what excellent looks like, maybe what not so good looks like. And at least we know what we're meant to be doing and what good is. And that's a great starting point. So that's clarity. The second principle is where Locke and Latham talk about challenge. The best goals are the ones that are right at the edge of our capability. Just so we stretch like that elastic band, but we don't snap. So make it a challenging goal, right on the edge of the individual's ability, and that'll really give them something to aim at. Now, the third principle is what Locke and Latham call commitment. And the best way of getting commitment is, yes, let's get that clarity, but also have a think about the level of input that the individual wants. I've managed people who you just give them the goal, let them get on with it. They love that. I've also managed some people who need to be told every step. What we've got to do is work out what it takes for us to just push those buttons to make sure we get the full commitment. Without a commitment, the goal ain't going to happen. So we've really got to get that done before we move on. Now, the fourth principle is all around feedback. Let's be really honest about what's working, about what isn't. When we're talking about feedback, ask them how they think they're doing. Ask them to tell you what's going well, what would be even better if. But keep that conversation flowing. People need to know that they're doing stuff really well, and they also just need a bit of advice now and again just to keep them on the right track. So feedback is the very important fourth principle. Now, the fifth principle is what Locke and Latham call complexity. Some goals really, really simple. We might not even need this principle, but sometimes our goals can be complex. What we've got to think about here is building in, breaking down a goal into smaller chunks. so the complexity gets diluted slightly and we can go through the goal on a step-by-step basis. That's what we mean by complexity. And again, let's be really clear about that all the way through the goal setting process. So there you go. There's the 5 principles of goal setting from Locke and Latham. Let's get some clarity. Let's build in some challenge. Let's make sure we've got the level of commitment that we're looking for. Let's commit to giving and receiving feedback throughout the process. And let's also make sure that we keep an eye on the complexity of the goal so that it's actually still doable. Here's what I'd like you to do, folks. Have a think about the one of those 5 principles that you'd really like to pay attention to over the next few weeks. Get that one right, move on to the next one. Let me know how you get on with this goal setting process in the comments below. And if you want to know a little bit more about Learning Unplugged and my work in general, take a look at the website, which is ptps.co.uk, or you can take a look at the YouTube channel, which is Paul Tran Trainer. Have fun with Locke and Latham's 5 goal setting principles, and I'll see you very soon on the next Learning Unplugged.